Hi, Maria here, and welcome to my channel. I haven't done a video in many moons. I think it's been at least 2 moons that I haven't done one. Yeah, had a lot of things on the go and had a lot of things happening that made it kind of impossible to film. But now I'm back. I don't know if I'll be every week yet because yeah, it's just a busy time. So I will try, but I thought I'd do one because I haven't done one in so long and I'm pretty excited. So I thought, well, what could I do? And normally I do Christmas videos and that sort of thing, you know, talking about all the new palettes that are out. This year, I guess where I'm at as far as my makeup journey is like, even if I had like millions of bucks, you know, if I got PR stuff sent to me, that would be one thing. But if I'm buying it with my own hard-earned cash, which is the case, there's only so much makeup that I am willing to actually buy before it's like, okay, this is just redundant and ridiculous and I can't possibly use it all. That said, there's certain things when I see them come out, I'm like, I want to give that a go. And the Smashbox, it's called the Smashbox Shadow and Highlight Palette Set. This is a Christmas pack, and this one really interested me. I have never tried Smashbox products before other than a primer. That's all I've ever tried from their line. So I was kind of curious when the Shadow Shot, I think that's what or Cover Shot. When the Cover Shot shadows came out, they've got kind of this neat little case, and there's like all these little eyeshadow palettes, and they were $35. And I was kind of interested, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend 35 bucks. And then they came out with this. So it had the original Ablaze one from the Cover Shot shadows, and then also it had a travel size version of the limited edition highlighter palette that I believe Casey Holmes did with Smashbox. I think it was Casey Holmes. Nice, I've really done my research here, haven't I? Anyway, and then it had one that's original to this palette. So normally a Cover Shot shadow palette is $35 and this was $48. So, you know, for $13 more, I was getting 2 extra palettes. So I thought it was a good deal. Plus, I'd never tried Smashbox products before, so that's how I justified this one. Also, like, I've literally not bought makeup this year. Like, I really have been, I've tried to be really careful. Partially because I wanted to be careful, and partially because, again, like I said, I don't feel like, I love makeup. I so love it. But I think there gets to be a point where it's like, okay, this is excessive, and yeah, I just don't want to buy into that where I've got to be buying every new thing that comes out. And some of it is really amazing. And again, if it was the beginning of my makeup journey and I didn't have that much makeup, then I'd be like, ooh, ah. But now that I've got like pretty much the majority of the colors I could ever need, I haven't really wanted to buy things. And I'll talk about that in later videos. I want to talk about the, my brains, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I loved the colors in that one, but like looking at the reviews and stuff, I wasn't sure. So I did an alternative thing, which I'll talk about, like I said, in later videos, now that I'm finally recording again. Okay, anyway, that was a long intro, sorry. So getting back to the palette. This is the palette, this is how it comes. I thought it was really cool. It was wrapped nicely. All 3 pieces were wrapped in this paper, which made it feel all Christmassy and things. And then you get these stickers, which I think are preposterous. I don't want stickers, but I'll give them to my niece. That's what I'll do. Yay! Okay, so what you get in this kit are 3 palettes that are kind of this size. And this, the front of it is kind of like the Cover Shot shadows, as far as it has kind of like it moves, which brings out the little kid in me, except these kind of creep me out because they've got eyeballs on. I'm not a fan of eyeballs. Eyeballs kind of give me the willies, but but they're kind of neat. Lots of people really love the packaging, And the packaging is done by Anna Strumpf, who is an artist. So I appreciate the fact, and yeah, I appreciate the fact that they, you know, kind of work with artists and collaborate in that way as well. So getting to the products, like I said, I had never used Smashbox eyeshadows before. So we'll go through the products. I did a little demo of how I got this on my eyes. So I'll talk about that a little bit. I used this purple one, and it is called Drawn In, Decked Out. And so it's very much a cool palette, cool kind of neutral, with this beautiful kind of purpley shade thrown in there. Purples sometimes scare me because they're patchy and weird. I didn't find that with this. So this is the look I got. What do you think? I loved the way it turned out. So I started with the color Hang as my transition shade, and then I went in with this stone color and put that all over my lid. And then I went in with this purple color, which is called Platinum. That was kind of my dark shade. I used this shimmery shade called Bliss on my, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Bliss. Nope, sorry. I think it's called Glitz. On the rest of my lid, and then I used the brow bone highlight, which is Bliss, I think. I think that's how it works. So I used all the shadows in this except for that dark one, which normally I could drama it up a bit more, but I thought that was fine. So those were the shadows I used. What I noticed and was kind of shocked by was when I put my brush into this first shade to go on as a transition, it kicked up a lot of powder, like similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So they're pretty soft. So I was like, oh no, like it's gonna be bad. But they were really awesome. I found that they were pigmented. It was easy to do the look. Like I didn't have to keep dipping in to do more, and they blended out really well. And that purple color, sometimes what I find when I use a purple is I'll go to put it on and then it will, like it looks more dark, like it looks more black than purple, and it goes a little muddy. This one didn't do that, and I think I got really good color differentiation, like you can see the colors. So I really like the way this look turned out, and I know I'll use this a ton because lately I've been really into kind of this cool kind of, I don't know, muted plummy gray thing going on this face. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was really impressed with the way the shadows blended. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about them. They were pigmented, they blended nice, they kicked up a bit of powder, so I just was a lot more gentle. So when I noticed that a shadow is like that, like I've seen some videos lately and people are like really swirling their brushes in, you know, if you swirl your brush in this, you'll lose all your product. So I literally just, like I literally just tap my brush like that, and I get started. I get a feel for the palette before going in there like a beast. So that's how I do it, and I didn't have any problem. There was a little bit of fallout, and I just used my, I call this my fallout brush, and I just used it to swipe away, and that's it. So that was that palette. So that's that one. Okay, the next one is this blue package. Oh, hold it. The palette isn't called Drawn In, Decked Out. This one's called the Sultry Eye Palette. Instructions and words and stuff really make you struggle, evidently. Anyway, this one is the Ablaze Palette. And this, like, you know, basically when I open palettes up like this, I kind of want to go, oh, like the colors are fantastic. And they're similar to the Renaissance palette, again by Anastasia Beverly Hills. You know, they've got that nice orange color. They've got some shimmeries that are kind of neat that I'm looking forward to working with. And I will do a tutorial on this one very soon. So yeah, I was really impressed with the way this one looks. I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. Indeedy. And then this one, there's 3 shades in here. This one is more muted, this one's more of a gold, and this one's got some sparklies in it. So again, I'll do swatches of all these palettes, so you'll be able to see what they look like, but those are the shades, and I think they may be a little dark for me, so I don't know how I'll do with it, but I'm gonna try this lightest yellow gold, and we'll try that right now. We'll see how it goes on my cheeks. Okay, yeah, I don't know, you probably won't be able to see that, but there is a bit of powder kick up on this one. That to me is a really subtle highlight, like I can barely see it, but we'll go in and give it a go. The other thing you could do is use these as eyeshadows too. Can you see anything? I'm not really thrilled with this one. I'm not seeing anything. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a different brush, and I'm gonna go into this bright, it's more sparkly, so it might be a little over the top, but thought I'd give it a go. This is not giving me anything. Okay, this isn't doing it for me. So I don't know if I'm just using it wrong. Let's try it on my nose. Oh, I can see it on my nose. It's super subtle. Which isn't bad. It's just, if you like blinding, this won't be your bag. It's definitely subtle. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to see it more in the light. Oh, can you see it a little bit? Can you see it? How do you like the one? Like, we're back. I'm back. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell that it kind of like kicked up some powder there. I think that's kind of inevitable, but anyway, so not really thrilled with this one. We'll see. Like, so I've got them on. I've got the products on. What I thought I'd do is take you through my day, and we can see how well the shadows perform. I want to see if they fade or crease. I used the Smashbox. Oh, that's another Smashbox product I use, is the Smashbox primer. So I used that prior to going in with the shadows. So that's it. Not really crazy about that highlighter. I guess you can see it, but it's a lot more subtle than I've gotten used to. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through the day. We'll see how this looks in natural light. We'll see how the eyeshadows perform throughout the day. I've got a long day today. It's, what time is it? It's 10:39, and I will probably be going till around 10:30 with different events that I have to do today. So we'll see how this makeup lasts throughout all of it, and you get to come with me. Are you excited? And we'll see how this does. So far, like I said, I'm impressed with the shadows, not so impressed with the highlighter. Part of it could be that it's just too dark for me too. Anyway, how many more times can I do this? I'm not sure. So I guess that's it. You could gift the separate palettes out, which I think would be cool. You can keep them all like I'm gonna do. We'll talk to you soon. So I thought I'd just quickly touch base. It's 11:30, so pretty close to, so this is what we have so far. And I thought I'd show you in natural light, just so that you get to see the full effect of natural light. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyway, that's what we've got going on. That's how it's looking right now, and we'll check in a little bit later. Okay, so it is 2:41, and this is what I have going on the eyes. So basically they look the same. I would say, I'm just gonna look in the mirror here. I've gotten some fading just on the lid as far as the light color is concerned. It's not looking as vibrant as it did prior, but that's what I've got going on. As far as the cheek is concerned, I don't know, you tell me what you think. I think, here I'm gonna look again. Oh, I can see glow, it's definitely there. I took it a little too far down onto my cheek, and I find that it kind of shows my pores a bit. So that's the only thing there, but you can see glow. Can you see glow? I can see glow. But anyway, that's it for now. It's still looking pretty decent. No creasing, at least. I would say just a little bit of fading in the lighter portion here. So we'll talk to you later. Okay, so the lighting isn't very good in here, but definitely it's kind of faded, my eyeshadow. It still looks nice, like when I just look, it looks fine, but I'm not really crazy about how much it's faded in the light part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some MAC Fix Plus and use the lighter shade and see if I get a bit more payoff. And so you can watch as I do that. Okay, so I've wet my brush and I'm gonna just go in here. Yeah, that improved it. I know it's hard to see because the lighting is terrible in here, but anyway, that helped. Yeah, I think that's way better. The rest of it is a bit fadey, but it's okay, especially considering how long it's been. So anyway, I'll check in at the end of the night and let you know my final thoughts. So it's 9:15 and this is the end result. So, and here's my cheeks. So they're pretty glowy still. So overall, I really like the product. I'm surprised actually at the highlighter because it stayed on pretty good. So that I really am, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's still very subtle as far as highlighters go. I like a little bit more bang or like bam. But with that said, I still think it's really nice, and the fact that it's still on here makes me happy. The eyeshadow, it looks good from a distance, like I'm looking at myself in the mirror here. The color did fade though. So I would definitely recommend using Fix Plus for the shimmery shades, which normally I use Fix Plus anyway for that, or some sort of mixing medium for the shimmeries. So I would do that next time right off the bat. Purple color's still there. It's not as vibrant or gorgeous as it was to begin with. That's to be expected, but I would have preferred less fading. So honestly, like I've got lots of other shadows that perform better as far as longevity. Yeah, so it's not my favorite as far as longevity. It was excellent though as far as blending and color payoff to begin with. So I guess it just depends on what you like or what you need. Like these have been on here for 11 hours. So honestly, they've done pretty good. Yeah, so I can't wait to try the Ablaze palette. Looking forward to that, and I'll do a tutorial with that one as well. And so do I think that this is worth the money? I would say definitely. You know, you're getting the Ablaze and then 2 other products for 48 bucks. So I think that's pretty decent for sure. Yeah, and like I said, you can split them up too. So if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Go ahead, just hit that button and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.